Hi guys, Steph here. Now occasionally when I'm out pen hunting on my travels etc, looking for my pen hauls, occasionally I will come across a pen that I look at and I say, that's a bit nice, and I decide to keep it in my collection. Okay, now there was one such pen that I actually found, well, about three weeks ago, I think, and I popped it in my collection. I forgot all about it, but I wanted to do a review on it, and so I've just remembered. So here's that pen in question. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Yes, I found this pen on my travels. I looked at it and I thought, yes, I like that. And the colour is absolutely stunning. Now, for you people that watch regular, you'll know that I am predominantly a vintage pen man, but occasionally I do find these modern pens, and occasionally I will keep them in my collection. And this is the case with this beautiful pen. So as you can see in the description, we've got a Leonardo Officina Italiano Momento Zero Grande fountain pen. And the colour on this one is what they term as dark Hawaii. And to be quite honest with you, I don't even think this review does it any justice. If you look at it, it's these lovely sort of stripy, shimmering blues. And what it also has, if you look there, this sort of brown sort of stripe. There it is again. And on the end, there we go. There it is. So it's very, I don't know if it was done intentionally, but maybe, yeah, maybe that's actually the beach. And it's sort of actually, yeah, it's maybe looking like a beach in Hawaii. Hence the name. But it's a stunning colour. It has this sort of shimmering effect, if you like. It's absolutely beautiful. And the other thing I like about this pen, I'm a fan of sort of oversized pens, and this is a lovely oversized pen. The size of it, from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, it's around about 154 millimeters capped. Now you can see the barrel tapers down around the thickest side here. It's around about 15.5 millimeters in diameter. Absolutely gorgeous. You can see, well, to the top there, you can see it's got a slight peak to the top of the cap, which complements the end of the barrel, as you can see there. It comes with chrome trim. It's got this chrome band to the bottom of the barrel. It's got one to the top of the barrel. It's got these lovely 3 chrome bands to the cap there. And then it's got this lovely clip that is actually sort of, if you like, made or built into the cap. There you go. Just quite a simple, plain, but very attractive clip. And it comes with this sort of what we term as this roller wheel to the end of the clip there, which helps when you're actually popping it into your shirt pocket, jacket pocket, or whatever. Personally, the blue with this chrome trim, I think looks absolutely superb. It's gorgeous, as I keep on saying. Now, the barrel imprint, you can see it says Leonardo Officino if that's the way to pronounce it, Italiano, and then it says number 432. So I believe each pen was actually numbered. So the 432, is that quite an early one? I'm not too sure. I'm not even too sure how many they actually made. Another thing that, just sort of doing a little bit of homework, because as I say, it's quite a modern pen for me. I believe it may have been around about, well, 2020s, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. But I believe they made numerous pens in this Grande series, different colours, etc. And I also believe they made him in sort of slightly different trims, because when I was trying to find out about it, I've seen different versions of it. Now this one is a piston filler fountain pen with the blind cap to the bottom here. I also believe, which may be a little bit later, they came in a cartridge converter, a converter that was sort of inside, and you could actually unscrew the end here to actually gain access to the converter inside the pen. But as I said, this one is a lovely piston filler. Now let's unscrew the cap for you. Let's show you the pen in a couple of different angles. As I say, when I find pens, sometimes a pen will just literally just sort of jump out to me, and I look at it and I say, that is a lovely pen. Well, yeah, irrespective of the age, because as I say, this is quite modern, you know, in my sort of terms. But I thought, yeah, I'll keep that in my collection. Very nice indeed. You can see it's got a slight step after this little ring here. You've got the threads, and then you've got this, well, it looks like a bottle shape section here. And then just above the section, you've got another chrome piece to the very top there, a chrome circle, ring, whatever. And then we come up to the nib. It's got this lovely large stainless steel nib with Leonardo Officina Italiano, and to the very, well, then below that it's got the logo, and below it has the letter M for medium. So as you can see, a lovely large nib. There's a sideways view. We've got a feed underneath, which I believe is an ebonite feed, and it's very similar to the vintage ones. It's what we term as a ladder feed, as you can see there. But all in all, as I said, very nice. A lovely oversized pen. This section, this sort of bottle shaped section, is very, very comfortable to hold. Now, another thing that I've actually seen is that some of the piston fillers had a ink window to this section here. As you can see, this one doesn't have one. So I may be wrong. Maybe that's due to a different model. As I say, I've just seen these in slight different variants. I've seen them without this ring to the section there. So is this an earlier version? Again, I'm not 100% sure. But very, very nice indeed. As we said, it's got a piston filler. There we go. So that's reached to the top. You've got a blind cap here. You would now dip it into the ink, turn the piston, and the piston would retract back into the barrel, and in turn fill the pen with ink. Now it's in, well, as far as I'm concerned, it's never actually been used, this particular pen. So for me personally, I'm not going to fill it, because I personally, I'm not a user. I'm not a big user of pens. I'm an admirer. a restorer of pens. So as I said, this one will go into my collection and will be admired. Yes, I know some of you will say, no, it should be used. Yes, you're quite correct. But everyone to their own. So let's see how it actually writes. So what we've got is a, I forgot how you spell it. Is it let's dip it again. Leonardo Officina Italiano or something. Oh, I'm not doing very well here, am I? Okay, but this colour is dark Hawaii. And again, I believe it's from around about the 2020s. This one is number 32 in this particular pen. And as I say, it's from the Grande series of pens. Okay. So as you can see, we're not having very much luck on the writing sample. It is writing, it's writing with a medium line. Obviously, like I say, as far as I'm concerned, the pen's never been inked. So, as with a lot of pens, they do take a little time, you know, for the ink to wick through when they're actually brand new. But we're not going to fill it because it's going into the collection along with my other pens. So there we have it. A pen that I found, a pen that I looked at, a pen that I thought, that's nice, and a pen that is now going or is in my collection. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up if you will. Don't forget to subscribe. But for now, I'm just going to say Slava Ukraini from me and this gorgeous pen. Bye-bye for now.